So it looks like that. And that gets us to the arm. Look at that, we're almost done. So we got the 4 rotator cuff muscles on top here. Let's do those first. We got the supraspinatus in the supraspinous fossa. We got the infraspinatus in an infraspinous fossa. And we got a subscapularis on the front portion in a subscapular fossa. Yes. Supraspinatus, infraspinatus from the back, and then the subscapularis from the front. And those are named by the bony landmarks. They're the same name. Just said muscle versus muscle. So here we have a few more muscles below here. We have the Teres Major, that's sort of deep, and you can only see a sliver of it. And another one that's a little fatter and bigger, that's the Teres Major. That's right here. Teres Major and Teres Minor. But if you look at it, so the Teres Minor is deep. It's the one that looks smaller. Minor is smaller. Major is bigger. The Teres Major is right at the bottom. It's the bottommost muscle of the scapula. Bottommost muscle of the scapula. Now this muscle is the deltoid muscle. So I knew that's right here. Then in the front we have the biceps brachii. Biceps brachii. When we take that off, underneath, we have the brachialis muscle. Biceps brachii is on top, brachialis muscle is underneath. In the back, we have the big massive triceps. We just have that big massive muscle, triceps. And then we get to the forearm. And then we get to the forearm, the first muscle we look at is the brachioradialis. So pay attention to this one. So you take the arm, well, you take the front of your arm down and you keep going, you go right into the brachioradialis. And that muscle goes right sort of towards the thumb. It's like on the ridge, on the ridge of your arm. And then you have a front part and a back part. So the brachioradialis is sort of the dividing line. So then after that, we go to the front part. Because when you go to the front part, we got 4 muscles that I'm going to point out here. They go right next to one another. Here's the last one. What I do in my own thinking, I take my hand and put the web by my thumb on the medial epicondyle, and then my fingers can lay on these muscles. And then it's easier to point to figure out which one's which. The first one that goes right nicely across is the pronator teres. The second one that goes to the thumb as a whole muscle, if you look at where it goes, is known as the Flexor Carpi Radialis. Flexor because it's in the front of the arm, so it will flex the wrist, close the ankle. Carpi because it goes to the carpals, the wrist. Radialis because it runs on the thumb side, where the radius is. So that's the Flexor Carpi Radialis. Now so far we have the pronator teres on top, Flexor Carpi Radialis as next to it, and then we got one that goes into the palm of the hand. You see the tendon now, it goes into the palm of the hand. And that's the palmaris longus. Palmaris longus. And then the last of the bunch, and you will ask the question, what's this stuff underneath? There's more muscle, but we just don't study all that. We start on the superficial stuff and then we'll need for next time. But the last one here is the Flexor Carpi ulnaris, and that's the flexor of the wrist bones that goes to the pinky, which is where the ulna runs. So now I have 4 muscles, and I can use the first letter of each muscle, and I can say this is PFPF. Pronator teres, Flexor Carpi Radialis, Palmaris longus, Flexor Carpi ulnaris. Alright? Good. Then we go back to the ridge, and that's the Brachioradialis, and now we go to the dorsum of the arm, or the hand, the other arm, forearm. And then what we have? We have two more that I use. I only use two of them. So we have one that runs right next to the Brachioradialis. It's an area. I'm not gonna, there's so many little muscles here, it's like I'm going by area. Except for the Brachioradialis, that one is clean. But the ones next to it, first set is Extensor, Carpi, Radialis, and again that goes to the bottom. So these muscles now extend the wrist. So when I look at the angle being here, this closes it, extension will bring it, will open it, make it more larger. Extensor, Carpi, Radialis. And then the other one that I'm going to look at, there's so many, I'm just going to be using the one that goes to the pinky, and that's the Extensor Carpi ulnar. Ulnar goes to the pinky. Extensor Carpi ulnar. The stuff on top is the Extensor digitorum, but I took it off the list because it got confusing which one is which. Alright? That's good. So that's all we have there. And then I think, did I miss something? The Pectoralis Major. I missed the Pectoralis Major. Where is the Pectoralis Major? Here's the Pectoralis Major. That's one more here. The chest, the boot muscle, at least for the guy. Right here. It's in the front. Pectoralis. Okay. I think that's all of them.